Hello everybody, my name's Hocus Pocus and I want to say welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play, but welcome to episode 1 of the Minecraft Let's Play. That's right, you heard me correctly, this is episode 1. So let me quickly explain to you what's happened. My PC ran into an issue, which I was very surprised at because it's less than 2 months old, and I had to take it in for repair. The outcome of that repair was that the PC now works again, but I've lost my Minecraft world save. And you might be thinking, why didn't you make a backup? Why didn't you save it elsewhere? You're correct, I should have done that. I did make backups, but I saved them locally, so I still lost those as well. It's very gutting, I know, because we made good progress in the series, and now we're going to have to start again. It's a huge shame, but I'm ready to do it again. We can just think of the first 30 episodes as a practice run, and now this is the real thing. So this time, guys, don't you worry, I will be saving external versions of my world so that if something like this does happen again, we can retrieve the information and get back into the world. But for now, we're going to have to start afresh and go back into the world from episode 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to create ourselves a new world. We're going to call it Hocus Pocus Plays Minecraft. Or no. Hocus Pocus. We're going to call it Minecraft. Whoops, can't spell today apparently. Minecraft with Hocus Pocus. Because I think now that we're starting a new series, or starting from episode 1 again, we should change up the name of the series just slightly so that people can differentiate between the two in the future. So Minecraft with Hocus Pocus sounds about right for us. We're going to keep everything here default, create new world. So in terms of starting out, I should hopefully be able to get a lot of stuff done off camera until we get to a similar point that we were at in the last series. So whether that be getting a lot of the work done off camera or getting basic things set up off camera so that you guys don't have to see it, it might be better for me to do that because, you know, we've gone from having tons of stuff in the game to having very little. So maybe I'll work more off camera for the first few episodes in this series, just to try and push us along a little bit so that we aren't stuck in the so-called Stone Age of Minecraft. I don't know who calls it that, but I made that up on the spot. Alright guys, so as you know, first things first in this game, let's get some wood so that we can get things rolling here. I'm thinking this time round, maybe, as you guys know, in the last Let's Play, we actually were about to venture into a cave and start building a base inside of it. So maybe in this Let's Play we can find a cave off the bat and build in there, because that will make things slightly easier for us in the long run. Because as I mentioned, when we moved into the cave in the last series, it is a lot more convenient for building, because then you don't have to dig yourself any rooms or things like that. It's already dug for you, so we could maybe think about doing that to start ourselves off here. Obviously lost all my settings as well, so let's change a few of these. Let's bring the blocks down a little bit because that's making a large noise. We could probably bring friendly creatures down to about 20% as well. I've tried to edit my sound as well as I can without hearing the game being played, so you're going to have to bear with it for the time being, but I will work on getting those settings perfect for you guys in the upcoming episodes. So I do like to replant my trees when I tear them down when I'm first starting the game, so I'm going to just place down a few wooden blocks so that we know where to replant the saplings, because I don't know about you guys, but when I play Minecraft I do like to keep the natural environment looking at its best, so that when I come outside of my base I'm not treated with a horrendous view or anything like that. So as long as I make sure to maintain the trees that I'm cutting down, we shouldn't ever be faced with something like that. So I've just noticed as well that we are on auto jump, so let's change that. Let's turn that off immediately because that's one of the most annoying settings ever. Let me just brush off the bottom of my mouse as well, guys. We're going to stand still for a second here because I don't know if you can hear it grinding against my desk there, but there's something underneath it that needs to come off. Okay, still grinding a little bit, but I'll try and sort that out in a second. Let's get a few more bits of wood here, just so that we've got enough to craft ourselves some basic tools and basic amenities for the first night. Here we go. But yeah, guys, in terms of losing that last world, I honestly am so gutted. When the computer failed, I think it was an operating system failure. I updated some drivers and came back to my PC about an hour later after having put it into sleep mode, and it was almost as if it had been shut down and restarted. And then when it restarted into into repair mode, and it was on a huge loop, and I googled and googled and googled, could not seem to figure it out myself, so I eventually had to take it in to be repaired by some specialists, and this is the result. So hugely upset by that, but I mean, there's nothing we can do about it now apart from pull ourselves back up and get on with another series. And you know what, I'm actually kind of excited because the first stages of Minecraft are some of the most fun you can have. Like the early game where you have nothing and you've got to build yourself up from scratch. Some of that is insanely fun gameplay, so I'm going to have to go through that again and experience it again, which isn't all that bad. But I think what I'm going to do, guys, is here, I'm going to cut the camera for a few minutes, just get a few things up together, and then once we're ready to... I think we'll get to a stage where we're ready to settle down for the first night, and then I'll rejoin you guys. So catch you in a second. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see, it's not actually nighttime yet. We haven't made it that far, but I did run across a village, so I just wanted to bring you back to take a look around with you guys. I'm running extremely low on food already because I've been sprinting all over the place. I'm trying to find a nice area for us to begin our very first base. But I think that since we've found this little village, we'll just grab a few things from it that we can snag before we get on our way. So there we go, we've pillaged that little farm right there. Let's head up the steps. Whoa, look at this. Okay, this is what I was looking for, something like this here. So this could be an ideal place for us to start our base. Because when I walked into this area, there's quite a few nice valleys. We're in a plains biome. We've got a village nearby. So this could be the ideal setup for us, actually. So let me head into this little blacksmith here and see if there's anything in the chest. Bit of iron, bit of armor, bit of gold, and an apple. What more can you ask for? Let's grab the chest as well. That'll be useful for us to take, so why not? We'll eat the apple immediately. We also may have to sleep right now. As you can see, it's getting a little bit dark out here, so once that sun sets, we are going to have to get to sleep. But aside from that, there doesn't seem to be much else in this village. We have a librarian there, which is nice, because those are the guys that sell the enchanted books. So let's take a little look at his inventory, if we can get in there. This is a very weird village. Where's the door? This guy doesn't have a door? Or is it on this side, maybe? Okay, I have no idea how you get into that guy's little house, but we'll leave him be for now anyway. We won't be able to see what books he's selling at the moment, because you do need to trade for that to show. Is this a dual village, or is this a single village? It looks kind of big for a single village, or am I just imagining it? I don't know. I think there's more important things to think about anyway at the moment, guys. We better get a bed set up so that we can sleep. And anywhere will do right now, since we don't have a base to set ourselves up in. So there we go. That's the night slept away. Very nice. Get our crafting bench back. Actually, before we get it back, let me craft a piece of bread that we can munch on to get a bit of hunger back. There we go. Now we can stow away these items. I think I'll also grab all the wheat from here that we can take, because the seeds are going to be useful for us to set up our own wheat farm when we establish ourselves. Probably up in those mountains is where I want to go, so that is where I'll be heading after I've taken everything I can from this small village. It'd be nice if they had some carrots or potatoes, and they do, so let's grab those. Grab ourselves some potatoes there. We'll take some beetroot as well. I think they're beetroots, right? Yeah, they're beetroots. Replant this for those guys. We don't want to leave them without any food. That wouldn't be very kind, so let's plant those back. Grab ourselves some more wheat. There we go. And we can take this one as well. I think that'll probably do us for now. Got 9 seeds there as well, which is a good amount to get our own farm started. So let's head towards these mountains, as I mentioned. It does seem as though we have a few nice biomes in the area as well. I saw a roofed forest back in that direction, so we're not very far away from dark oak, which is probably what I want to use again. And we've just got the regular forest biome here. We've got some, this looks like what do you call it, a hills biome. I can't remember what they call them. But it's quite a nice area, I suppose. We've got a small waterfall coming from the top of the mountain up there. So if there's a cave of any substance around here, then we could possibly think about getting ourselves set up inside of it. Oh, okay, we've got another roofed forest biome here as well, which is nice. Yeah, I do quite like this area, actually, guys. We've got a little bit of a mountainous region over there as well, it looks like. And I might check that out, actually, because I see an overhang. And where there's overhangs, there's usually some very cool terrain generation. So I might head over there and take a look before we make any decisions on our base. So what I'll do, guys, is let me jump off camera again. And once I've made my way across to where I just showed you, I will be right back. Okay, guys, so on closer inspection, I think I actually like the area that we just came from more than this area. So let me just quickly show you what we've got. We've got an overhang, which doesn't look very natural at all. On this side, we've got a bit of a beach area. Some of that clearer, brighter water that leads off into a small swamp biome over there. And then we have the roofed forest off in this direction. So I actually don't like the look of this area now that I'm up close. I prefer where we were back over there. So I think that's probably where we're going to establish our base. But before we do that, there's a few things that I do want to do. And that's probably to collect some of this wood here and hopefully get some saplings. Because as I just mentioned, I think dark oak is definitely my favorite texture out of all of the wood textures in Minecraft. So if we can force ourselves to build with it, or not force ourselves, but if we have enough of it in supply, then I'll definitely be using the dark oak, as I began to in our cave build in the practice series. If you guys remember that, of course you do. You're probably watching it before you got hugely disappointed by the fact that we had to start again. And I just want to say as well to all of you out there who are watching my videos, I know there's not many of you, but I really do appreciate it. I'm enjoying making the videos, and I'm sorry I did go quiet for the past 2 days. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to upload all the time, especially when my PC is in for repair. But I just hope that this isn't too much of a hindrance to you guys as well, because I was really enjoying the last series, and I know you probably were as well, and it's not always ideal to have to start again, so I mean, if you no longer want to watch the series, that's perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable. I wouldn't blame you, because now that we've had to go back to starting from scratch, things aren't going to be as interesting anymore, or it's going to take a while for us to get back to a stage where it's going to be interesting again, because things were starting to hot up quite a bit in the practice series. The practice series. Yeah, but as I mentioned, things were starting to get interesting there, so I wouldn't blame you at all if you didn't feel inclined to watch this series anymore. But if you do, be sure to stick around, because hopefully sooner rather than later we can get back to a situation where we're very comfortable, we've got our elytra back, and we are able to then comfortably build bigger structures, more complicated things like mob farms. Obviously we had the slime farm pretty much about ready to go in that last save. And I just want a world full of interesting builds, technical builds that are going to provide us a lot of loot without having to work very hard. So hopefully you guys can stick around for this series, and we will, of course, be making this one a long-running one now, and I will be doing anything in my power to avoid a similar circumstance to the last series where we lost the save and eventually had to cut the series short. But I did mention last time that I want to keep this thing going long term, so don't worry, I've got the same plans for this series. We're going to keep it going as long term as possible until you guys want to see something else, or maybe you never do want to see something else. But I plan to keep this going as long as I possibly can, and for that reason, it is a bit annoying that we lost the last world, but don't worry. As I said, I've got the same plans for this world as well, so the longevity will still be there. Anyway, guys, let me gather up a few saplings here. Make my way back over to the area that you can see behind me, and we will join each other again and hopefully find ourselves a cave or somewhere nice to live. So catch you in a second. Alright then, guys, so here is one of the cave entrances around by the area that I picked out. We're very low on hunger, and we only have wooden tools, so we're going to need to be very careful here. And 2 creepers right away, that's exactly what you want to see in this situation. Here, how am I going to deal with these guys? I'm going to need to just keep my distance. If one of them blows, it's not actually that big of an issue. Whoa, he was very close then. He was very close. Let's let them come up, get the high ground. Oh god, when you can't sprint, these things are a nightmare to kill. How about I lead them into the water here, if possible? That could give me a chance to... Come on. Oh no, oh no. Oh, okay, he's in the water, that's good. Now I can take this guy on his own. There we go, that's one down. And this guy... Ooh, 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 be careful. Okay, okay. There we go. Easy does it. Now we can adventure a little bit further on into that cave. and see if it actually expands out or if it's a very tiny one. If it's a tiny one, probably won't bother too much. Did hear a zombie though, so must be careful of him if he's in here. Oh, here we go. And okay, that definitely sounded like a zombie is in here somewhere. So does this cave expand further, or I can't ever tell where the noises are coming from. That's my issue. I can hear them, and I hear water flowing too. So there possibly is another cave opening somewhere around here that I just can't see. Aha! What's this? Okay, still, that doesn't look like anything substantial, but it sounds like we're getting closer to those zombies. But the big question is, are we? Are we actually getting closer to them? Okay, they're making their growling noises. I can definitely hear you guys. Don't worry about that. Right. Interesting. This could be it. So, let me poke a hole in. Get my sword ready. Oh, there he is. There he is. Wow. Wooden swords are horrendous. And here's another guy. Let's take him down. Right, skeletons are what I don't want to see right now, so... where are we looking? Okay, I'm not sure if this cave expands out at all. It's hard to tell. So that's the entrance up there, I'd imagine. Let's craft ourselves a few more torches here. Just to be on the safe side of things. We don't want to go into the dark if we don't need to. So let's just get this place lit up as we progress. Alright, another creeper. I might have to try and get this guy to blow his friend up here. Okay, a little bit of damage to me, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, and still doesn't look like it's opening up at all. This could be the end. Right, looks like this is the end of the cave. So, in fact, what I'm going to do here is, rather than... We're not going to live in this one. It's very small, so there's no point really in doing that. So what I'll do is I'll clean it for resources, get the coal out, get the iron out. Then we'll obviously smelt the iron into bars and probably make some either tools or armor. And once we've done that, you guys, I'll rejoin you and we can think about the next steps for this episode. Alright, you guys, we are back. And as you can see, I've set up a few key necessities in the front of the cave just so that we can use them for now. And obviously I crafted myself a helmet and put the chest piece on. That was from the iron that we found in the village. So from stripping the cave, we basically got this here. Not too much, but definitely a good start right there. We got ourselves some food now. We've cooked up our mutton and our pork chops. We've got our building blocks in here. Some miscellaneous stuff in here. And then we got a small entrance to the cave just to stop any mobs from coming in here. So what I've actually done, guys, is I've found another offshoot of the cave. I could hear water, so I went exploring, trying to find it. And if you come down here, you can see we've actually got a little entrance way down. And this will take us into another section of the cave. So I can already see mobs lurking around down there. So I've got to be careful what I'm going to do. But I do kind of want to check it out to see if this does expand off into something big. Because if it does, this cave actually could be ideal. So do I hop down there or do I bridge down? Probably should go down a few more blocks first, right? Looks quite expansive from first glance. But obviously you can't see too much at the moment. Right, how am I going to do this? We can't really... We could probably get ourselves down there to take another look. Okay, so, right, I see now. We've got some water here. I can hear a spider. And I can hear zombies. The zombies are right here and the spider's right there also. So, if we can take these guys out, they shouldn't be able to get near us. Right. There we go. Just keep coming. That's it. Keep coming. Spider, you stay exactly where you are. That would be great. Just check nothing's coming from behind me. Looks like we're good. Let's take the spider out. I think he's actually stuck for some reason. Nice and easy there. Okay, so as I said, if this part of the cave expands out, then we are cooking with gas. So I think we should take a look here. Let's let that guy come along. Okay. Probably should have built a shield actually before I came down here. They're very cheap. Oh. Alright, that's fine. So Skelly over there, don't really want to mess with. This cave actually, without even exploring, looks like it's going to be possibly livable. So let's just take a quick glance up here before we make any decisions. So it does continue off in this direction for a little bit. Let's just light it up as we go, because I want it to be safe as soon as possible, really. Oh, hello. Come on, come this way. That's it. Just stay calm. Stay calm. You don't need to explode. Come on. There you go. There you go. Chill out. Chill out. Nice. Okay, let's just take a look where we are so we don't back into anything stupid. Keep coming, guy. There we go. Ooh. I can hear zombies as well now, so let's just take a check behind us because that's where it sounded like they were coming from. What is that? Hold up, I just want to hear that noise again. Oh, okay, it's just a regular zombie. It sounded weird for a second there. I thought it was something else. But let's continue in this direction just to see where this chute will take us. Okay, so this looks like the end. Yep, so that's all lit up now. That's good. Hopefully we won't get any spawns in this area of the cave now. Let's take a look probably in the other direction. I might have to go and take that skeleton out just so that we can have a look around there. Because, as I said, I want to just double check before we make any decisions. Alright, there's two of them. I want to take one at a time. So let's get around here. Swipe this guy. Oh, he's got a friend. Stop, spider. Stop. Stop. There you go. Okay, so let's light this up. It's probably not the best idea to be caving this early in the game, but, you know, sometimes you got to just have a little bit of fun. Yeah, actually, you know what, guys? I'm going to call it here before I get myself killed. This is actually ideal. The sort of cave that we wanted, so I think I'll get out of here for now, get back to our safe zone. However, we're going to do that. Probably just pillar up like this. There we go. And a couple of jumps takes us back to safety. Alright, so looks like we found ourselves a nice little cave to build in, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I think I'll probably end the episode for here, guys, and jump right into making episode 2 tonight as well, so that I can get these out consistently again. Thank you very much for watching, and I just have to apologize to you guys again. I'm so sorry that the last world got lost. I will make sure that this world is saved, probably to my OneDrive and my Google Drive, so that if anything does go wrong with my PC again, I'll still have the world, and we won't lose our progress. So all I can do is say sorry. There's no way we're getting it back now. But if you're happy to stick around and watch this episode and this series, then I'm really thankful to you guys. I love the interaction that we had in the last series, so bring that over into this one. Comment anything you want to say down below, any questions you may have, any suggestions for builds that we should get started on, anything like that, really. Drop a like if you enjoyed the content today, and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for this series. So once again, guys, I just really want to apologize from the bottom of my heart for losing that last world save. This time we won't screw it up. We'll keep this one going long term, as I mentioned last time. So please do stick around. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care. And I will see you all in episode 2. Bye bye.